Hey, folks, welcome to Win Anyway Live Thursday night. The real world felt unreal tonight. I was out in the real world, more than I've been out in the real world pretty much since last March. You see here, I have a name tag. Well, you probably can't see it. But anyway, it's an actual name tag. It says, my name, where I worked, the Daily Camera, Colorado Hometown Weekly. And the name tag was for a chamber event, the Lafayette, Colorado Chamber of Commerce Awards Dinner, which was really the last event that I went to before COVID hit last year. And it was in the same place. And there were 150 people at least packed into this banquet hall. And we had 3 hours of dinner and conversation, networking, and then awards and door prizes, which I didn't win any of. I was glad I went, though, because not my boss wasn't there, but my boss's boss was there. So it's always good to be seen. Yes, you want to see people, but you also want to be seen by the right people. And being seen by your big boss is definitely being seen by the right people. But it was weird. The most people I had ever been in one room with since COVID, I think might have been 12 at a Toastmasters meeting I went to a couple months ago. Didn't even have that many people in the movie theater when I went and saw a movie in June. Probably had that many people in that theater in general and maybe in the large area as I got popcorn. But this was 150 people. This was a regular event. Nobody was masked. Most people were talking about COVID. We're talking about being vaccinated. I didn't feel unsafe. I'm vaccinated. My whole family's vaccinated, so it's no big deal to me. I did meet with a friend of mine today who is totally anti-vax at this point, doesn't want to get vaccinated. He's an extremely healthy person to the level of practically being an Olympic athlete, and he just doesn't trust it yet. It's not FDA approved, and he figures he's had family members in his house get sick, and he hasn't, so he's not going to get vaccinated. Well, okay, that's fine. I suppose that there was some risk, the fact that I was sitting at the same table at Starbucks with him for about an hour and a half, but I'm vaccinated, so I don't know if the risk would have been more to him or him more to me. Doesn't really matter. This isn't really a vaccine conversation. The point is that I was back in the real world. I was back with a whole bunch of people around me. It made me realize that I do kind of miss being in the real world. I miss the professional world. I miss the in-person world. I miss speaking in front of actual human beings. I visited a Toastmasters club this morning down in Colorado Springs, just asked if I could pop in. I popped in. They ended up needing a speaker and asked me to speak, so I did an impromptu speech, sort of. It was a speech I've given probably over 100 times in the last 10 years, but always be ready, stay ready. But I was right here. I was just right here, sitting right here. And I miss going out and seeing the world and meeting people because it feels different. It feels professional. It feels responsible. It feels bigger. It feels productive. It feels effective. It feels profitable. It's just different than sitting at home like I've done for 18 months. And, for whatever reason, various people haven't been sitting at home. People have been staying out and, all the politics back and forth. All I know is that tonight felt pretty good. And so I'm probably going to try to do more events like that and see if I can take advantage of meeting more people in person. I'll still be cautious. Still don't shake hands so much as fist bump. Still try to avoid getting in people's personal space. But maybe it really is just time to open up again, at least where I'm at, Colorado, where the vast majority of us now are vaccinated as opposed to some other areas of the country. It might be safer where I'm at than where you're at. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not promoting that you make any choice. You can vax, you cannot vax, you can go out in the real world, you cannot go out in the real world. That's your choice. But maybe take a look at where you're at right now and think about what has been gone. What have you taken out of your life over the last year and a half? And how much of that can you put back in? And will it help you? Will it help you get back to where you were? Will it help you get someplace you haven't been yet? It's worth a shot. I was forced. I had to go tonight. It was part of the job. I was expected to be there. So I went. And I'm glad I did. Even though being in the real world felt unreal. See you tomorrow on Win Anyway Live.